Kilalanin natin ang official new look complete lineup ng San Miguel Beermen para sa PBA 49th Philippine Cup Playoffs. Point guards: Wami Tiongson, star player, 5'10", 175 pounds, 34 years old, 10.7 points, 2 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.5 steals, 43% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Chris Rosales, 6 feet, 165 pounds, 34 years old, 4.6 points, 1.9 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 0.3 steals, 27% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Chris Ross, playing coach, 6'1", 180 pounds, 40 years old, 2.9 points, 2.3 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.3 blocks, 25% 3-point shooter, 66% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Shooting guards: Jericho Cruz, 6'1", 190 pounds, 34 years old, 8.8 points, 2.4 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 0.4 steals, 22% 3-point shooter, 82% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Marcio Lassiter, veteran star, 6'2", 185 pounds, 38 years old, 8.7 points, 3.1 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.2 steals, 44% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ayon sa source na to, ay maaari nga daw mag-request si Stanley Pringle ng early termination contract sa Jeep kung gugustuhin niyang maglaro sa mga playoffs contender na team. At isa na nga ang SMB sa mga interesado siyang isign ngayong playoffs. Stanley Pringle, pending, signing, 6'1", 185 pounds, 37 years old, 13.2 points, 3.8 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1.1 steals, 37% 3-point shooter, 80% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Panoorin natin ang mga naging best highlights ni Stanley Pringle sa Terra Firma Jeep. Small forwards: Don Troliano, star player, 6'3", 160 pounds, 33 years old, 13.2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 33% 3-point shooter, 72% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. CJ Perez, star player, team captain, 6'2", 187 pounds, 31 years old, 23.4 points, 4.9 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 1.8 steals, 0.2 blocks, 31% 3-point shooter, 61% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Jeron Teng, 6'2", 185 pounds, 31 years old, 5 points, 1.7 rebounds, 0.4 assists, 0.2 steals, 25% 3-point shooter, 57% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Power forwards: Andreas Cahilig, 6'5", 210 pounds, 34 years old, 2.6 points, 2.6 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0.5 steals, 0.2 blocks, 39% 3-point shooter, 16.1 minutes per game in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Rodney Brondial, 6'5", 210 pounds, 34 years old, 5.6 points, 9.1 rebounds, 2 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.5 blocks, 55 field goal percentage, 71% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ayon naman sa reports na to, ay kinukonsider daw ng SMB na isign itong si Hill dahil kulang sila sa forward position ngayon. Tyrus Hill, pending, signing, 6'5", 185 pounds, 28 years old, 0.8 points, 0.2 rebounds, 0.1 assists, 50% 3-point shooter, 6.2 minutes per game in his last PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Panoorin natin ang kaunting basketball highlights ni Tyrus Hill kung gaano nga ba ito kagaling na player. Centers, JerAve, 6'6", 193 pounds, 27 years old, 7.2 points, 4 rebounds, 0.2 blocks, 73 field goal percentage, 57% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Mawala Tautua, 6'8", 245 pounds, 36 years old, 7.1 points, 3.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 0.5 steals, 42% 3-point shooter, 66% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Junmar Fajardo, superstar player, 6'10", 268 pounds, 35 years old, 17.5 points, 13.1 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.7 blocks, 66 field goal percentage, 66% free throw shooter in his PBA 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ito ang official new look complete lineup ng San Miguel Beermen para sa PBA 49th Philippine Cup playoffs. Sa tingin niyo mga kababos, ang SMB ba ang makakapigil sa 3-peat run ng TNT ngayong conference? I-comment niyo na po yan sa baba.